insane. Matt Taibi essentially exposed Jimmy Dore and friends, independent propagandists that we see on YouTube, have been exposed by Matt Taibi. Matt Taibi did an interview with Hassan Mehdi from MSNBC. MSNBC, a corporate propaganda network, like legit, just exposed a ton of far more propaganda channels on YouTube that are far worse than MSNBC, right? MSNBC is a channel that exposed Joe Biden and his situation with Tara Reid, right? They were the ones who pushed him hard and had Joe Biden awkward silence, showing a little bit of guilt, right? Versus Tara Reid did her interview smooth as silk. Was not a good look. That was corporate propaganda MSNBC that did that. How many right-wing politicians have been exposed like that by the Blue MAGA squad, right? These folks that are supposedly on the left, but all they do is attack the left and the Democrats, right? Which helps the duopoly, right? The duopoly requires you guys to be in your tribes, right? Every day focused on one side, not both. The duopoly requires the tribalism of every day. Oh, liberals suck, liberals suck. Oh, Democrats suck, Democrats suck. The duopoly loves propagandists that do that and keep you in that bubble. Don't talk so much about the Republicans. Just keep talking about how bad the Democrats are. Democrats have gone too far, right? Or you do the opposite every day. Republicans are racist, Republicans are racist, Republicans are racist. And then when the Democrats do some BS, you silent on it, right? Matt Taibi exposed it all. How did he expose it? On many levels. Number one, he exposed it on the level of, so you can see many YouTubers exposing themselves by, if you are on the opposite side of the Jimmy Dore and Friends squad, you will try to frame the interview as if Matt Taibi won. He's the champion, right? You will ignore all of the troubling things in the interview. Don't talk about things that made him look bad. Or if you're really bold, you might try to spin those. But most likely, you're just gonna talk about, oh, these shit libs, they're out there trying to make it look like Matt Taibi got owned, but he owned them. Look at how he exposed them. Oh, they say he's got a lot of followers. What does that have to do with the quality of his work? How many followers that he has? Why is it a bad thing that he's making money? Isn't that what journalism is? Right? They're gonna focus on that stuff, right? Watch the whole video, see Matt Taibi squirming or looking bad. Oh, let's ignore that. See something that they might kind of could spin it and say, look, Matt Taibi owned him. And then, of course, the typical techniques. You're gonna try to go after, these are the same people that talk about such and such smeared this person, such and such smeared that person, right? What's the first thing they're gonna wanna do? They want to spend a lot of time talking about MSNBC's propaganda. Oh, Hassan Mehdi, he said this about this issue, right? They're gonna try to basically poison the situation, right? Attack his character in the beginning of the video so that anything he says, oh, he's just a propagandist on MSNBC. He's on a garbage network and he's made garbage point of view. Like, this is exposing these people, right? Because that's what you would do if you're a dishonest propagandist, right? So anyone you see that's making videos trying to say Matt Taibi won and they doing exactly what I told you, right? Attack, Hassan, what he said, attack MSNBC, right, who deserves to be attacked, but the point is not MSNBC. The point is the interview. The point is the questions that were posed to Matt Taibbi and how he responded, right? For example, this is how these people got exposed by this. Matt Taibbi exposed them in what he did. For example, the whole thing begins on a Twitter situation, right? Hassan points out that there's this situation where it looks like Elon Musk is censoring people, like he is a partner in crime on censoring people in another country. Bad look. And Hassan rightfully points out, oh, I bet you Matt's all over this because he knows Matt Taibbi is a bullshitter, right? Ironically, just like many of the bullshitters on MSNBC, right? He is a bullshitter. Hassan called him out because he knows he's a bullshitter, right? All he's doing is sitting there, oh, Elon Musk is so great, he's so smart, right? Let me go push out whatever his points out. Oh, I got Elon Musk on speed dial. I'm talking to a billionaire. Look at me, right? Look how much money I'm making. Look at my followers, right? Everybody's coming. I got Elon followers now. They're so loyal to me, right? That's this guy, right? So you go and you see Elon Musk doing something like Matt Taibbi. He claimed to be, oh, I'm concerned about free speech and censorship, right? But Hassan knows it's bullshit. I know it's bullshit, right? Matt Taibbi is doing the same thing you see in partisan media in this country. He's doing what you see on MSNBC. He's doing what you see on Fox News. He's doing what you see on the Young Turks. He is pandering to a demographic at which he thinks he can make the most money and fame from, right? The apologists who will sit there and talk about what he did in the past. Oh, Matt Taibbi is an award-winning journalist, and he did great work in the past. What the fuck does it have to do with what he's doing now? So you mean to tell me if I do some good journalism, I do some good work, I am able to do propaganda bullshit later on, and you guys, if I put out the propaganda that you like, you're going to say, oh, well, the Baby Channel's an award-winning journalist. He's won many awards, and he wrote a book, and he's done some really great work in the past, right? But what about what he's doing right now? Well, he's a great journalist, and who are you listening to? You're watching that corporate media bullshit, right? You don't know what a real journalist is like, but he's not being a real journalist, right? So much so that rather than defend what he's doing now, you want to talk about, oh, in the past, he's won awards. What the fuck are you talking about on some bullshit? So, Hassan rightfully calls it out that Matt Taibbi is going to have no interest in talking the truth about Elon Musk potentially censoring people because he knows Matt Taibbi, just like any American propagandist, doesn't really care about the things he pretends to care about. Oh, free speech, free speech. He doesn't give a fuck about no fucking free speech, right? This is America. In American media, all that matters is engagement and views and how much money you can get, how much fame you can get. All these right-wingers talking about, oh, the children, and oh, they're going too far to the left. They don't give a fuck about that bullshit. What they give a fuck about is the metrics. Look at the views, look at the clicks, look at the money. That's what they care about. The same stuff that MSNBC cares about, and CNN cares about, Fox News cares about, TYT cares about, Brian Tyler Cohen cares about. All they care about is pandering to your ideology, creating an echo chamber, feeding you guys back the stuff you guys want to hear for maximized profit and fame and people idolizing them. Oh, Matt Taibbi, he's a real journalist. Oh, TYT is really doing this stuff. Oh, Brian Tyler Cohen, and Donald Trump. Fox News really own those Democrats. They're exposing them, right? That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. 1 second. These people don't care about the stuff they're talking about. They pretending to be all upset. Oh, freedom of speech and the government censorship. Who the fuck cares? When I say who the fuck cares, I'm talking about they don't care. They don't care about that. They're looking at their subscriber base, how much money they're making, how much retweets they get. Look, I got so many followers. That's all they care about in this country, especially independent media. Because at least in corporate media, these guys are multi-millionaires. They got these nice contracts, right? They already have so much money, they don't have to work another day in their life. But these independent folks, they try to get there, but they're not there yet. right? They're not there yet, and they worried about, oh, what if all of a sudden my views go down and my channel is not doing so well? What am I gonna do? Right? And you competing with so many different channels, and it's tough on YouTube, and algorithm not going on your favor, right? So they're sitting there desperate. Oh, attention, engagement. What can I do to maximize? So how did Matt Taibbi expose a lot of these people? Hassan rightfully calls out that Matt Taibbi is not going to be interested in talking about exposing Elon Musk on some censoring, right? That goes against the narrative, right? That you're supposed to be on Team Elon, right? But I'm a real journalist, right? But you're on Team Elon. So Hassan rightfully calls him out. And what does Matt Taibbi do? Matt Taibbi says, hey man, if you're so sure that you know what I'm gonna say, why don't you invite me on my show? Why don't you invite me on your show? I think I'm going the wrong way. So he says, invite me on your show so I could talk to you about this censorship with Elon. He brings him on the show. He says, hey, so what's up with this censorship with Elon? Oh, I haven't seen it. This goddamn clown sounds like those GOP clowns who he literally said recently, oh, it's an honor. It's an honor. Like, who the fuck? You're supposed to be putting, what's the word? You're supposed to be holding government accountable. And you on this fanboy bullshit say it's an honor to meet you? It's an honor to meet corrupt Republican politicians? I mean, this same guy would go after corrupt Democrat politicians, as he should. But he's gonna meet with corrupt Republican politicians and say it's an honor to meet you? What the fuck is this bullshit? What the like, really? Is this your king? Is this your real journalist? Talking to corrupt American politicians, don't matter which party they're in, they're all corrupt. The duopoly. Talking about it's an honor. With everything going on in this country, how our government is screwing us, what kind of real journalist would be honored to meet any American politician, Democrat or Republican? Answer that fucking question. What kind of real journalist would be honored to meet any American politician who abandons the American people left and right? People starving, they ain't got no health care, people working on slave wages. And it's an honor to meet these criminals? That's fucking bullshit. But because of the tribalism, people on this, oh, Matt Taibbi, he's a real journalist. He's a real journalist. Like, wake the fuck up. People in this country are so gullible. And that's why they always send all these scams, right? All these scams, they always target Americans, right? The prince? Sorry about that. They send those emails about some inheritance from some prince, some African, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these scams, all these, your computer has a virus, right? Why are they always talking to America? America is the land of the marks, right? America is the land of the marks and the gullible, right? Suckers. We got cults everywhere, right? We still got people talking about, oh, they're gonna tell you your future, right? We got people like, Tai Lopez, making big money, finding so many suckers, right? Grant Cardone, and all these online clowns. And then we got these fools in independent media sitting there bashing corporate media, as they should every day, but silent about independent media, which has far surpassed corporate media at this point. Right? Independent media, where you have people like Alex Jones, Steven Crowder, right? But even my friends at Breaking Points that I love, right? On the same bullshit, talking about every day, oh, corporate media, this and that. Spending so much time reporting on legacy media that's dying. Silent about all the independent media that's far worse. You think CNN could ever go as far as somebody like Jimmy Dore? Can you imagine CNN? Every video, COVID this, COVID that, COVID something else. Could you imagine they turn the whole channel into just nothing talking about that? Right, of course the apologist is going to say, when did he do that? He never talked about strictly that. He was talking about other topics. Wake the fuck up. Again, he talking big talk on Twitter, talking about, why don't you invite me on? He gets invited on the show, and then the guy says, hey, what do you think about this thing? Oh, I haven't looked at it. That is what those bullshit Republicans say. When Trump was president and Trump did some bullshit, right? And it was really a bad look. And they say, hey, what do you think about Trump's statement? I haven't seen the statements. I haven't seen it. Yeah, I don't know. I can't comment. I haven't seen it. That's my Taibi. That's my Taibi. Sound like a bullshit Republican. Trump made a statement. I don't know. I can't read every single tweet. They goddamn seen the tweet. They always have seen the tweet. They know what the fuck happened, but they try to hide from it because they're supporting this guy who's on some bullshit. And when they are questioned about it, they don't want to have to answer on it. So they just say, I haven't seen it. Matt Taibi says, bring me on the show to talk about a topic. Comes on the show, not prepared for the topic. What more evidence do you need that he's a fucking clown bullshitter, just like the clowns on Fox News, CNN, MSNBC? What more evidence? What is the explanation for saying, invite me on a show to talk about something? Oh, you don't want to expose Elon Musk silencing freedom of speech. Oh yeah? Invite me on. I invite you on. What you gotta say? I haven't seen it. There's no explanation for that. And what will be the explanation for blue MAGA independent channels that will talk about the interview and won't talk about the fact that the whole point of this was for him to talk about a topic, right, that he said he don't know nothing about. So why you come on for? Why is he on the show? And that's proving the point. Hassan points out that this guy is super biased and not being honest, right? He's got this bias, like he's basically, pushing out Elon Musk talking points, right? It's like he's an Elon Musk propagandist, and he proves the point by being alerted to something that Elon Musk did that potentially is bad regarding freedom of speech, and then somehow he just so happens to not prepare for the interview. No, that is, again, him coming on and doing that is proof that Hassan called it. Hassan was correct. This guy is a bullshitter. You are sitting here working for a billionaire who bought a major platform like Twitter and is trying to control media and conversations and narratives, right? Censoring people. The thing that you say you are so concerned about, you actually don't care. So when you hear Elon Musk is doing it, I'm sure he did look into it. He looked into it and he said, oh, this is a bad look. But since I have no integrity, I'm just gonna go, and I already scheduled to go on an interview, I'm just gonna say I don't know anything about it and just keep talking about some other stuff. Oh, MSNBC, what have you guys been wrong about? Oh, you're nitpicking. Oh, I see. We're gonna do the routine of I forgot what he said. Oh, as expected, you did exactly what I expected you to expect. And then when Hassan says something, listen, these are the tactics. You guys got to be sharper, right? Matt Taibi was using a lot of techniques of bullshitters, right? One of the techniques that bullshitters always use is when you're in a debate with somebody, right? You look for any excuse to get off of the topic. You want to change the topic, deflect, right? And one common way to do that is if they say something that you can pretend to be upset about, and then you just go into it. So Hassan says something about, what did he say? Hassan said something about, he said, either you were incompetent or something. And Matt Taibi was so happy. He was so happy that he said incompetent. He's like, oh, incompetent? MSNBC. That is a common tactic, right? If you know you're wrong and you debate with somebody, you find any little thing to pretend to be outraged about, to deflect and change the topic, right? So the argument is that you stole something from work, and you know you stole it from work, and you're being called out for it, right? And during the conversation, the person says something like, I saw you at 8 o'clock with your backpack walking out the office. The person misspoke, right? It was actually 8:30, right? Oh no, that's it. You're lying. I didn't leave at 8 o'clock. That's not true, and that's verifiably false. You're just making stuff up. I can't believe this is happening. Oh my goodness. Oh. Right? That's what you do. That's what you do. You make a big stink about it. You pretend like you're all upset that they're lying and the details are wrong, and then you get strong because you know that the detail is technically wrong. So if anything, you could show the log and show, no, I didn't come in at 8, it was 8:30, right? The substance of what you're being accused of is accurate, right? But because of that fact, you want to deflect, change the focus. Oh, he got one little detail wrong, right? Oh, you calling me incompetent? How dare you, MSM? Like, that is what bullshitters do. They don't want to spend time defending their positions, right? So what they do, they pretend to get upset about some trivial detail rather than standing up to their positions. Or they go on an interview to talk about a thing that they don't want to talk about, so then they say they don't know anything about it, so they can talk about something else, right? Completely circumvent the position of having to defend your positions, right? Matt Taibi is a bullshitter. And then Jimmy Dore exposed himself. Jimmy Dore did a video talking about, I saw the title, said something about, the interview, whatever. You see my video I posted before, right? I made a video preempting his video, predicting how he would play it and lie and manipulate, as he always does, right? Next thing you know, his video's gone. Private. Why? Why is Jimmy Dore's video private? What's up, Jock? Good to see you, man. Why did Jimmy Dore's video go private? I'm gonna check and see if he put it back up or he snipped it out or whatever. He went live talking about this bullshit, and he framed it as like MSNBC owned Matt Taibi, or did they? Right? And I preempted him on some bullshit. This is what he does. Play the video, pause at random moments, open your mouth, and be like, oh my goodness, like act out like outraged, or he said something crazy, but he may not have necessarily said anything, right? It's all just acting, like, oh my goodness. Pause it and point at the screen and look to the side, right? I did all of the Jimmy Dore tricks. Did Jimmy Dore then go search his name after and see my video? And turns out that he did exactly what I predicted him to do because he's a clown, and then felt bad, so he put his video on private. I mean, it could be a coincidence, but I just find that very interesting. I know some people do put their videos on private afterwards. My videos automatically go on private after live streams, right? So I would have to see if he uploads it, and then if he uploads it, does he upload the full thing? Or does he cut out some stuff that was kind of cringy, right? Some stuff that maybe I predicted. Does he cut that out and just have only the highlights of, Hassan is trying to mock or say that Matt Taibi is a bad person because he's making money from journalism. I mean, hello, journalists is not charity. They do it to make a living. There's something called salary, right? It's not charity work. So why is Hassan, right? That's what you do. You focus on nonsense, ignore the substance of the conversation, and that's how you manipulate your audience. Just like, unfortunately, my good friends at Breaking Points did. They did a whole video, from what I see, I gotta watch it again, talking about how there was a point where he pointed out some errors in his reporting. And then they talk about, oh, it's nitpicking. Oh, it's nitpicking, nitpicking, nitpicking. Why don't they challenge the substance? Why don't they challenge? In the video, Hassan challenged many substantial issues, but Breaking Points chose to selectively only focus on, oh, he mentioned some errors in the reporting. Because tribalists watching are easily manipulated by these kinds of tactics, right? They don't watch the full interview. They turn into Breaking Point. Breaking Point say, oh, look, he's pointing out errors. Everybody makes errors, no report. And then you're like, yeah, that's so dumb. How can they do that? And you think that's the whole thing. And then they just claim that why doesn't he attack the substance when he did, right? But the audience is not going to go watch the video. So now they watch Breaking Points and they're like, oh, it was a joke. Hassan just talked about nitpicking and then he didn't challenge the substance. Wrong. False. Why would they do that? Why would they take like a half-an-hour interview and just point out one thing that Hassan did, which is pointing out a few errors? Why would they do that? What's the point of that? What is the point of that? And this is a manipulation tactic. Not only do you do that, but then you harp on it. Just like how I said, when you a bullshitter tactic is pretend to be upset while you're debating. Just find some random thing, right? You're having a conversation and things are getting kind of, you're looking kind of bad, and then you're like, why are you looking at me like that? You have this look in your face like you're trying to fight me. Like, I don't feel comfortable right now. Like, why is your voice raised? Why is your voice raised? Like, are you threatening me? Like, why? I feel like, get all bent out of shape and loud and so offended, right? That distracts the person from the points that they're making, changes the scope of the conversation. That's what Matt Taibi did. Right? That's what Matt Taibi did. And that is what Breaking Points did by highlighting, oh, he pointed out some nitpicking, errors. Everybody makes errors, right? So the audience is sitting there. So wait a minute. So that is the substance of Hassan's argument. Oh, he made a few mistakes? What? Oh, that's a joke. It looks like Matt Taibi really is a legendary journalist, and he owned this mainstream media clown, right? What's Jimmy Dore gonna do? What's anybody in the blue MAGA gonna do? They're gonna look at the video, highlight anything that may have, like the things that I mentioned, right? Oh, he pointed out that he had a lot of subscribers, he made money. That's the bullshit. Are they going to talk in substance about why would Matt Taibi tweet about, oh, why don't you invite me on your show to talk about a topic and then come on the show and not be prepared to talk about a topic? Some of the smarter ones are going to quickly mention that just to say, oh, I talked about that. They might say, oh, one thing I do disagree with is, one second. They're going to say, one thing I disagree with him on is, I think he should have came better prepared, right? But then they're going to spend the whole rest of the video talking about how, oh, he talked about how much money he's making and da-da-da-da, right? They're going to selectively pick out all the stuff that makes Matt Taibi look like he won and right? They're gonna focus on, I told you the formula. This is nothing original. This is what they do. Talk about how much trash MSNBC is, and they are. Talk about how much, go after Hassan. Now, I don't know much about Hassan, but he worked for MSNBC, so that tells me a lot, but that's the point. Talk about Hassan sucks, MSNBC sucks. Don't talk about the substance. Don't talk about why Matt Taibi don't want to talk about the topic he came on to talk about, right? Don't talk about the fact that in the end of the video, Matt Taibi says, oh, well, I like Elon Musk. When he's called out for never calling out Elon Musk, right? You talk about, I wanted to do the reporting. I thought it was important, right? But why would you get involved with Elon Musk, right? But you already did the Twitter files. You got access to the information. If your excuse is access journalism, right? If that's your excuse, I need access to Elon so I can expose this greater topic. If that is your excuse, then now that you have the information, why don't you screw him over and now be honest about him? I'm not saying, I shouldn't say screw him over. But if that's honestly what you were doing, right? Because I can understand that strategically, right? I think that you're corrupt, or not necessarily I think you're corrupt, but you're like a billionaire, whatever, right? You have ties with the establishment, and I'm against the establishment, so I don't know about you, man, but I need that information, so I'm gonna make nice with you. I'll be like, yes, sir, Mr. Elon, you know, if you need anybody to report on this, right? And then as soon as you get the details, like if you're a real journalist, you have some real integrity, right? Then once you get the information, that's it, all bets are off. We did a deal, you did a story, now you find out Elon Musk is censoring American journalists, you go after him the same way you went after the left, right? You find out Elon Musk is helping another country to censor free speech in another country. If you really care about it, you already got the Twitter files. Got him, right? Got him, right? You pretended to be nice with this corrupt billionaire just to get the story. You have the story. So what is the problem now with calling him out? Oh, you like him. You like Elon Musk so much that your supposed values about free speech are less important to you, right? Is he your boyfriend? Like, how does that work? You care so much about free speech, but your love of Elon Musk is as higher important. Is he your boyfriend, your cousin? Are you actually friends? You guys go to dinner together? You know each other's family? Is that the level you guys are on? Because it gotta be to that level why you be willing to sacrifice your supposed values. I mean, you sitting there making all this noise. Oh, free speech, and the Democrats censor shit. If that's real, then you should be so upset with Elon Musk doing the same goddamn thing. And since you already got the Twitter files, you would be like ready to go after him the same way you went after the Democrats, right? You say, listen, man, I like Elon Musk, and I'm grateful that he selected me for that previous Twitter file story, but the stuff he's doing right now is just wrong, and it's exactly the kind of thing that we expose in the Twitter files. And I cannot sit silent and basically enable this kind of behavior, right? Elon Musk, I respect you. I respect what you've done. I like what you've done with the company. I appreciate the Twitter files and whatever you did. That really helped my career and helped me to really tell a story that I think is important. But I'm sorry, what you're doing right now is wrong, and I gotta call it out because I'm really serious about this stuff, right? So I'm not just gonna call it out when it's coming from one side and then get silent when it's coming from the other side, just like MSNBC does, just like Fox News does, just like the Young Turks does, just like Brian Tyler Cohen does, just like all the American propagandists in corporate media and independent do. 98% going after one side, 2% going after your side supposedly, but more silently, more subtly. That is American media. Matt Taibi, that is American media. Alex Jones, Steven Crowder, Ben Shapiro, Newsmax, CNN, MSNBC, garbage. That is American media. Pander to your audience, 98% against one side, 2% against your side, sort of. That's what Matt Taibi does. He's a clown. I don't give a fuck about his journalism in the past. Because you did some good stuff in the past. The greatest gentleman. He was the greatest gentleman. Opened doors for women, right? He put his coat out for a woman, you know, so you don't have to step through the puddle, right? Real nice guy. Donate money, get the shirt off his back. But now he's raping women. Right now he's raping women. You can't be like, oh well, you know, don't talk about him, what he did to that woman. This guy, you know how many women that he has treated so wonderfully? His ex-wife, he bought her a house and he bought her a car. No, but he assaulted this woman. But stop fucking talking about what Matt Taibi did in the past. Talk about what he's doing right now. Talk about the fox, Rick. Anyway, that's my rant for today. Bullshit, and more bullshit. Rolling down the street doing 83, crashed into a tree near a university, escaped alive, though the car was battered. A rat-a-tat-tat, and all the cops scattered. Run up stairs to the top floor, and there, open up the door, there, guess who we saw? Dave the dope fiend shooting dope, who don't know the meaning of water nor soap. Anyway, until next time, this is Baby Channel. The baby in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Be well. Wouldn't it be interesting if this whole live stream would be ranting and raving and screaming at the camera and getting all triggered? And you guys can't hear a thing I'm saying because of this loud ass car. Oh well. Alright guys, I'm out. Bum, ba, da, dum, bum.